All right, I'm here with Marlins Outfielder. I like to think he is just a guy who just absolutely rakes. Corey Dickerson right here came in on a 2-year deal for the Marlins, getting ready to do some serious damage. We were talking off camera about swinging. You mentioned one of the guys that I broke bread and broke down hit mechanics with, talking about Josh Donaldson. I was asking your approach on the offensive side, because you do different things, man. I don't think people give you the credit that you deserve. Coming from Colorado, all the different stops you've been at, I've seen you go into 2-strike approaches, do a lot of different things, tinkering at the dish. So kind of take me inside the mindset of what you're trying to accomplish at the plate without giving away too many secrets.
Yeah, the big thing, I've always tinkered. I think coming up, hitting was always my gift and my knack, and that's going to get me there. So I was a little obsessive over it. And you always look at the good hitters and what they do well.
Who was the guy you followed as a kid?
Chipper Jones.
There you go.
You know, but I mean, I thought of it differently. When I was coming up, I would look at guys and be like, I want to emulate them. Like you mentioned, Donaldson. So, you know, you'll go up there and just try to hit like him, but don't understand that we're all different. Like his body's completely different from mine. You know, his arms are longer, my torso is longer, things like that. Like things you have to evaluate. You can't just get up there and like make the moves that he makes.
Why'd you get so deep into it like that? You're talking about biomechanics and all this stuff. What injuries led to that?
Injuries, realizing the game can be taken away from you in a minute. Nobody cares. It keeps going, and if you don't care about yourself, and it kind of snowballed. I started learning about the body, how the spine moves. I kind of got obsessive with it. And then when I studied other guys, what do they do well? So then now I have a really good sense of my body when it's in space. So when I work out, fielding, hitting, everything is analyzing the smallest details of like how my body's moving. You know, where did I break down through my kinetic chain? And that's where it's kind of translated to all parts of my game. It's helped my defensive side, and now second half last year, I started implementing it even more, and I started to take off with that.
This might be a tough question, but can you explain, because I hear it a lot, kinetic chain, as in the batter's box. What are you talking about? Syncing up upper half with lower half?
I have a sequence, but I mean, it starts from the ground up, but you know, it's kind of like screwing your feet in with a squat, but also you have to have a neutral pelvis, lock your core in, and pull your scaps back.
We're getting deep.
Yeah,
people.
We're getting deep.
Are you kidding me?
So I have a sequence, you know, when I twist and have the weight, I used to hit off the front side, but that would just push me forward.
Yep.
So now I'll sit in my heel.
You're sitting on your heel.
Yeah. I bow my knee out, kind of keep the weight in my hip, tense my core up and my scaps back, and that's where my hips are connected with my shoulders through my core. And depending on the level of intensity is how much you need to brace. So when I go, I want to create, you know, that rubber band effect or whatever, but I want to push from my heel, then my hips and my core is keeping this all engaged, and then my shoulders swing the bat, find the plane of the bat.
So you're not worried about hands to the baseball?
Emergency, 2 strikes.
2 strikes.
You know, I'll kind of make an adjustment. I'll weigh the pitcher, what he likes to do. I kind of gaze like into a zone. It's kind of weird, but I kind of look into a fog. I kind of cut the release point out. I don't even care.
Yeah.
I just look out into my area where I'm looking, and I attack that area. And when that ball comes in that kind of, you know, foggy area, it's like slow motion. And that's where I kind of lightly gaze when I'm going good in direction, and my body will be in a good place.
So you're kind of coming into your own. I'm getting a mindset of like, you're feeling like you're one of the better players in the game, getting ready to let the world know. So on the defensive side, that whole biomechanic thing really helps you out there as well too, huh?
For sure. I've learned from a lot of guys, coaches. There's a lot of credit go like Kiermaier, guys that I've played with that are really good, that have helped me. But my attention to detail, I think, is what separates me, as I'm so focused on how my body moves. And if I wouldn't have learned about the spine injury mechanics and the way I move, I wouldn't have won the Gold Glove. And, you know, I do feel like I'm getting better. I feel like I'm getting better every single year. It's about putting it together. Like last year, I kind of found my swing a little bit more what I wanted. Now it's about putting both together and being more complete.
Unbelievable. Thank you
Yeah,
so much,
thanks.
man. He's going to have a monster season. Corey Dickerson right here.